The unbelievable has just happened. Superman killed his greatest enemy. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It all started with two ships fleeing an attack by other alien ships. They're getting attacked and the pursuers never give up. After a while, we see that inside one of these ships, many of the crew members had already been killed. The commander wanted to divert some of the energy to strengthen the shields, but one of the crew members told him they don't have enough energy for that. It would be much better to use the remaining energy to open a portal and escape, but unfortunately they don't even have the energy to do that. Shortly after, we discover that this commander is from Darkseid's armies. He was trying to escape a counterattack launched by the planet New Genesis. They are Darkseid's mortal enemies, and even Darkseid's own advisor says that his master already knew that invading that part of the universe would violate the peace treaty between New Genesis and Apocalypse. But Darkseid completely ignored this because it was worth the risk. He then said the commander has served him well and should try to eliminate as many enemies as possible before he himself was eliminated. Darkseid's advisor could no longer contact him until suddenly Darkseid's son appeared. His name is Orion, and he was given by Darkseid to New Genesis in order to seal a peace treaty. The leader of New Genesis also sent one of his sons to Darkseid's planet, and Orion says that Darkseid's invasion will not work and sent back all his ships to explode inside Apocalypse as if it was some kind of gift from the leader of New Genesis. And we then see that these ships crossed a portal and exploded high above the planet. Everything's being completely destroyed, and Darkseid himself was in shock. Even his castle was completely destroyed. After the explosions, Darkseid emerged from the rubble and saw that his planet was completely in ruins. This is all Orion's fault, and also the leader of New Genesis, the High Father. He himself appeared in a message saying that he already knew about Darkseid's ambitions, and this will be his final warning. If he breaks the peace treaty once more, his planet will be completely annihilated. In the next scene, we see Hawkgirl watching footage of falcons flying across the planet. She dreams of one day returning to her home planet, and the Martian Manhunter says they might try to help her return, but Hawkgirl replies that she no longer knows how to get back to her home planet. Later, we see the reconstruction of Darkseid's planet. He observed everything while his advisor said that he underestimated the leader of New Genesis. Darkseid told him that when he has the anti-life equation, none of this will mean anything. All his enemies will be destroyed. The advisor still questions him, saying that his idea is completely crazy, but his words only caused Darkseid's fury. He used his powers to kill his own advisor. Suddenly, a huge spaceship appeared. Darkseid's other son came to call him, warning that something was happening, but Darkseid already knew since he can see it with his own eyes. What is coming to the planet is death itself. Meanwhile, at the Justice League Tower, everything began to tremble. The sensors indicated an extremely powerful energy. Superman knew that this could only be a portal that began to open inside the Justice League Tower. From within this portal emerged Darkseid himself. Superman began attacking him, but Wonder Woman and the Martian Manhunter stopped him. He could destroy the entire Justice League Tower if he continued. Darkseid arrived to plead for help. He says that he had problems with New Genesis and his planet is unable to defend itself. Knowing this, an alien threat appeared to attack him. The artificial intelligence known as Brainiac. He's ready to destroy Darkseid's planet, and Superman says he's satisfied with that. It will be good that this artificial intelligence destroyed Darkseid's planet, but the supervillain himself says that if they don't work together to defeat this artificial intelligence, billions of people will lose their lives in addition to the people of his own planet. Darkseid then leaves, and we see that all the superheroes want to help him, but Superman still doesn't want to. He knows Darkseid and thinks this can only be some kind of plan to deceive the superheroes. Even so, Batman tells Superman to overcome the problems they've had in the past. Planet Earth may be in danger and they need to help Darkseid. Even so, Superman continues saying that he thinks there's something wrong with that story. He then agrees to help Darkseid, but Batman will have to do something for him because of it. We then see that Brainiac was sucking all the resources from Darkseid's planet, and the planet's defenses were trying to attack him, but his force field was too powerful. Darkseid's entire army was being completely destroyed, and suddenly one of Darkseid's employees came to say that Superman agreed to help. Darkseid ordered all the heroes to be teleported inside the planet. They arrived quickly and saw that the artificial intelligence was consuming everything. It's building a device to finish off the planet's destruction, and Superman still isn't convinced. He warned everyone to be careful, as looks can be deceiving. During this time, Batman and Wonder Woman went to New Genesis. They now need to find Darkseid's son, and suddenly the ground began to open up. It was a gigantic creature that appeared to devour the two superheroes and managed to grab Batman. Wonder Woman tried to help him, but she can't do anything, and Batman himself creates an explosion to escape. Wonder Woman continues attacking and tries to use her lasso, but it's not enough. She ends up being knocked down and is about to be devoured by the monster, but suddenly a smoke grenade appears. Someone arrived to save Wonder Woman and Batman. This person managed to guide them through the forest and escape the place. When Wonder Woman wakes up, Batman asked the man if he knew Orion, but the man said that ordinary people don't talk to gods like Orion. They are beings that exist far above everyone else. Wonder Woman says that this man is very modest, but he explained that she didn't understand. The gods literally inhabit a flying city above normal people, and Batman said that he will need a bigger grappling hook to get there. At the same time, the attack was still happening on Darkseid's planet, and Superman was trying with all his might to break through the artificial intelligence force field, but it was no use. He wasn't strong enough. Superman was repelled by this force field and destroyed one of the planet's structures. Darkseid says he's an idiot. He's just wasting his time. Superman wants to know if he has a better plan, and Darkseid says he always has a plan. Meanwhile, on New Genesis, Wonder Woman and Batman finally arrived at the flying city. Batman wants to find Orion at all costs, and suddenly a flying man appeared and lightly touched Wonder Woman's body. She got angry and started following the man. Batman realized she would never reach him and decided to jump. He used his cape to cover the flying man's face and made him fall from above. Now Wonder Woman has managed to capture this man, and they want to know where Orion is. Then Darkseid's own son appeared at that place. Meanwhile, on Darkseid's planet, Superman tried to distract the artificial intelligence, saying that he came there to defeat it once and for all. But Brainiac itself said that Superman is not capable of doing so, and Superman dared it to open the force field so he could prove he can defeat it. Brainiac then opened a hole in its force field and hit Superman with an energy blast, but the superhero was too powerful and managed to withstand the blast. Afterwards, he kept the hole open, and Darkseid managed to prepare a weapon to hit the artificial intelligence through that hole. Superman then destroyed the device that controlled the force field, and the energy was completely dissolved. Everyone can invade the ship. The destruction began immediately. Superman landed many blows against that robot, and this made Brainiac realize he couldn't win and decided to flee. Superman and Hawkgirl tried to follow Brainiac, but they were stopped by the drones. The Martian Manhunter managed to follow the artificial intelligence with his own spaceship, while Superman cushioned Hawkgirl's fall. Darkseid said that those superheroes are truly useless because they let the artificial intelligence escape. We see that the Martian Manhunter returned with the ship, and now all the superheroes can follow Brainiac. On the way there, Superman says he's sure that Darkseid is planning something. Together, the superheroes managed to find Brainiac's hideout. It was a huge asteroid with the same shape as the robot's face. That asteroid began to suck in the Justice League's ship. It's not responding to the superheroes' commands anymore and was placed inside the asteroid. Quickly, a platform appeared and all the superheroes climbed onto it. They were taken directly to the presence of Brainiac. The computer offered Superman the opportunity to join it during the reconstruction of the planet Krypton. The entire history of the planet was encoded within the artificial intelligence, but Superman does not accept this, all because this artificial intelligence is a perversion of everything that Krypton represented. Brainiac already anticipated his rejection and began attacking the superheroes. After attacking Superman with a great deal of electricity and also attacking the Martian Manhunter, Hawkgirl managed to hit the artificial intelligence and supposedly destroyed its body. But that was not its only body. Several others also arrived to defeat the Justice League heroes. Meanwhile, on New Genesis, we see that the planet's leader was was taking care of some children, trying to pass on to them some of his wisdom. Orion, Batman, and Wonder Woman appeared, bringing news from Darkseid's planet. They told him that the supervillain was being attacked, and the leader of New Genesis called them to talk privately at other place. Orion wants to assemble an army to invade Apokolips and finish Darkseid's reign of terror once and for all, but the planet's leader says that in the name of peace, they cannot attack Darkseid's planet, and to find other alternative, the leader will speak to the source of all wisdom. Orion got really mad. Superman and the other heroes were still fighting against the robots, and the Martian Manhunter was helping Hawkgirl when suddenly Darkseid appeared. He attacked both the Martian Manhunter and Hawkgirl, and Brainiac also managed to attack Superman from behind. Darkseid himself helped the artificial intelligence soon after that, and all of this was a plan devised by the two supervillains. Since the beginning, Darkseid had already promised to deliver Superman to Brainiac. At the same time, back on New Genesis, Orion was preparing to face Darkseid and didn't even care what the planet's leader would say. He then opened up a portal to go directly to where Darkseid was, and at that moment, the supervillain was talking to Brainiac. He was saying that in exchange for Superman, he would want his planet back, and Brainiac revealed why he wanted Superman so bad. He placed the superhero in a certain machine to collect his DNA and build a Kryptonian body for himself. As soon as the process began, Superman started screaming in pain. Darkseid took advantage of that moment to insert a virus into the artificial intelligence computer. He modified all the systems and took complete control of the artificial intelligence. This is what Darkseid does best. He deceives everyone around him. Hawkgirl and the Martian Manhunter are still alive, and Hawkgirl realized that Superman was right. Martian Manhunter can't locate Superman. He must be unconscious. The two of them went looking for him, and the Martian Manhunter said that perhaps there was some information there regarding Hawkgirl's home planet, but she said they didn't need to pay attention to that right now because Superman needs help. Meanwhile, Darkseid was talking to Superman and said that the artificial intelligence possessed the power to consume an entire planet, but now Darkseid modified the programming and could consume an entire universe. This is what Darkseid always wanted. Brainiac will be his new anti-life equation. Suddenly, Orion appeared along with Batman and Wonder Woman. Darkseid told Superman that he was tired of all the chaos in the universe and would destroy everything to rebuild it once again the way he wanted. The leader of New Genesis was still communicating with the source of wisdom when suddenly the whole planet began to shake. The flying city was falling, and when the leader left the room, he saw everything being destroyed. It can only be Darkseid. Everyone will have to flee the flying city to try and hide on the planet's surface, and meanwhile, Hawkgirl and the Martian Manhunter arrived where Darkseid was and struck him with a blow. Now they need to save Superman, but it will be very difficult. Darkseid ordered Brainiac to begin the attack, and several robots began attacking Hawkgirl and the Martian Manhunter. Hawkgirl was hit from behind, and the Martian had to save her. At that moment, finally, Orion arrived with Batman and Wonder Woman. He went to attack Darkseid while Wonder Woman and Batman helped the other superheroes. While Wonder Woman fought the robots, Batman rescued Hawkgirl and then went to try and help Superman. Batman tried to alter the computer's programming, and meanwhile on New Genesis, all the inhabitants of the flying city were evacuated. Orion was still fighting against Darkseid, and Batman had no idea how to reprogram that computer. Because of that, he decided to try and destroy everything, and the computer actually broke. That worked better than he expected because Superman was freed. Now because of that malfunction, everything is going to explode. They need to escape, but Superman wants to defeat Darkseid and has returned to the center of the ship. Orion was still fighting Darkseid, and the supervillain said that his son had become weak because of his association with the inhabitants of New Genesis. He then easily defeated his own son. Superman then appeared right in front of him. He wants to defeat Darkseid and leave him there to be destroyed along with the asteroid. Superman says he won't stop attacking him until he's completely destroyed. The fight began and Darkseid is being defeated, but he managed to hit Superman from behind. The heroes who were about to escape realized that Superman wasn't there, and Batman decided to go back and help him. Superman was losing the fight. Darkseid was about to kill him, but Superman, however, used his heat vision to burn Darkseid's foot and then continue continued attacking him. This time, the supervillain won't be able to recover. He's trapped in the rubble and no longer has the energy to get up. Superman wanted to destroy him at all costs, but Batman appeared to try and stop him and ended up being pushed with great force. Superman told him to get out of there immediately, but Batman didn't listen and used a device to teleport himself and Superman out of that place. Orion was also saved by luck and Darkseid was left behind. He said that Superman is a coward and then he died during the explosion. Batman told Superman that no one could have survived that explosion, but Superman says that Batman isn't always right. Orion is fine and the High Father was sad because he lost his flying city. And the story ends. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.